Well, good morning, friends, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And today we've kind of returned to winter. I was just thinking a little while ago, when we had a few nice days there, you're thinking, oh, good, we get out and do this and get ready for that and move this around and change this up and get ready for doing that. Well, you might as well forget it. Winter ain't over, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, it's kind of a nice blue sky in some parts today, and some cloud and whatever. So it was snowing earlier this morning. Not a lot, but enough to put a little white on the ground. So it's inside week coming up, I would say, by the looks of the weather. So we'll have a quick look at that and move along. Well, it's -6 today, and 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are west-southwest, 34-mile-an-hour gust. So we go back to Celsius, and we got 55-kilometer-an-hour gusts. Wind chill is -15, so that seems to be winter to me. Anyway, the forecast not looking that great. Temperatures are just so-so. It's a little bit above zero through the week in the daytime, and then below zero through the week at evening time, nighttime. And we've got snow and rain and snow and clouds and rain and snow and you name it, we've got it. So another week of winter. That's the typical March weather. So today I'm going to get back to my deck work here. And thanks very much to everybody who responded to my question as to whether you use oil on that bit or not. And that's what I'm going to do. I did have a fellow say to use a high-speed bit or a carbide bit and sharpen it like a steel bit, I guess, with a green stone. Well, I don't have a green stone, but anyway. I think when I did this drilling a couple of years ago, I think I pretty well bought every type of drill bit that I could find, and nothing worked. That's the only thing that worked, was that drill bit there that looks like a concrete hammer drill bit, but it does say it's good for metal, so that was the only thing that would go through there. Anyway, we'll continue along with that here today. I'll get you set up in a little bit, and it's going to be kind of an on and off video here today with this thing. I do have 2 new pins to put in, like I put in there. So those are called, some people have different names for them. I call them split pins, I guess. I did call them roll pins one time when I was at the farm equipment dealer, and I said I wanted roll pins, and they come out with the ones that are coiled up like a coil. So yeah, well, they certainly look like roll pins, and these ones look like split pins. So he kind of enlightened me on what was what. So some people call split pins cotter pins. So I guess it depends on where you are in the world, but anyway. So I guess that's all of that for now. I got my fire on. I'm going to see if I can move this and use that milk crate, I guess, so I can get up and get a better push on it. And we'll see what happens here today. And I'm going to show you a little bit back here. I don't know if you remember or not, or if I did show you or what, but anyway, my cabinet was falling down. So I got enough wood out of there that I got my little scissor jack out and I have it back up in place. But I'm going to probably use up this row out here, or some of it, and then get in there and put the screws to it, I guess. I guess that's what I need to do. It kind of looks like it's come away from the wall a bit on the back, so I'll have to push it in. Anyway, that's another little step ahead, I guess. I don't even know why I have that there, because I don't use it, because I can't use it in the wintertime because it's all piled up with wood. I don't even know what's in it. Anyway, that's the way that is. Yeah, my fire's going pretty good here. And we'll get to what? Well, we'll get to those letters there someday. I'm not even going to mention that today. So there you go. All right, I'll get this set up here and we'll get at it here. And it's going to be an all-day affair. So, like I say, it's going to be turned on and turned off type of video. So we'll see how that goes today. All right, goodbye now. All right, we're going to start away here. I kind of got things moved around a bit, so we'll see what happens. And we are using a, I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll have to get you reset up, I guess. I'll show you this here. So this is a different DeWalt tool. It came in the kit that my son got me for Christmas. So this has got 2 speeds on it. It just drills, I guess, this one. And it has these torque settings, whatever that's for. I guess the other one I was using is that one that's over there is a hammer. Once it goes, bolt or screw goes in so far, it then tightens up and stops, and it'll hammer, I guess. You know, I'm not up on these fancy tools, so never really used them too much. So my lifetime, I always into the old stuff. So anyway, we'll try the low speed and see what happens. That other one yesterday was getting hot at the end there, so on the this end of the drill was getting hot. Anyway, set you back up here again and see if you can see what I'm doing here. Right in here is where the hole is. All right, we'll see what happens. A little aisle in it. Just a little bit of aisle. It's going to be right. Okay, let's try it this way. There. Got a bunch of aisle in it. I'll stand up in my milk crate. And I'll hope to do this reasonably straight. That's the main goal here. could be. Okay, let's see if we can. All right, well, here we go again. Well, it seems to be cutting pretty good. That's hard to roll for. Okay, let's see now what happens here. I'd like to get my foot over further. How far in they got? Didn't get too far. Alright, that's alright. It's gone, so. Whew. Well, right there like that, I guess. Something there now. I don't think I'm going straight. Not too bad this way here, but this way I'm kind of off, I think. Anyway, she's drilling, so. Okay, now we'll shut this off for a little while, because it could be that I'll get back to it. I haven't only used that one little shot of oil there so far, so. Alright, I'll stop you here and I'll get back to you a little later. Alright, we're going to turn you back on here and continue on, so things are going along here pretty good. And it seems to be cutting well, and I'm not using any oil really. I put oil in it at the first survey you seen, and then I only put oil in it once again. It seems like it cuts with the oil, but it cuts better without, it seems. Alright, we could keep going here and see what happens. We might have passed through the shaft and they're into the coupling now, maybe. See what we got here. I'd say we're at least 3/4 of the way through. Alright, away we go here. Now I'm kind of not pressing like I was because I don't want to go through and then be right down into the deck and break something maybe. We'll see how far we are now. I might change my position here. I'd say we're just about through, I'd say. I'll put a little bit of pressure on it here and see. Phew. All right, I think I'm gonna change positions here. It's not hot down there, so I don't know how close it is to the end. As you can see, that doesn't even feel any kind of warm. And the drill is cold. So yesterday the other drill got as hot as be Jesus, so what the difference in the drills are, I don't know. Let's see how far we are here. Yeah, not too far away, I don't think. That's usually the way, isn't it? You think you're getting to the end and then it takes us just as long to get through the end than it did the whole thing. Alright, I'm going to change my stock here a bit. Just so that if I go through, I don't damage the bit or the drill or myself. This is going to work here, maybe. That's not good for the drill if you put your hand right over, I guess. Must be very close to be going through it. Let's see if I can. Not too far, I don't think. It's not even lukewarm. Okay, hopefully she'll go through this time. Ooh boy. I'm into the soft part, so it seems to be even harder now. Okay. Don't seem to be gaining a lot. All right, we're going to try a little bit of oil. Like I say, this will only be, I think, the third time I put oil in. Okay. Just that little bit. There now. Well, that went a lot better than it did a couple of years ago. And well, I can't remember if I was using oil or not, but when I did it years ago. Anyway, the bit, by no means, like it's just basically room temperature. It's hardly even any warmth out of it at all. And the drill is nice and cool. Just basically might be hand temperature. And we are through. So I only put oil in, I think 3 times. It seemed to be cutting good even without the oil. Most of it until I got to the end. It's funny how that works at the end. There. Alright, now I'll give you a little look here or whatever. Oops. Sorry about the goings on there. You might have almost saw me. That wouldn't be good. Scare you. Alright, okay, let's get this over here now. There you go. There's the hole right through. Look at that. So, now, boy, that was a lot easier than it was years ago. And that's the same bit that I was using years ago. I never even used that new one that I got over there. I don't know if you can see the end of this one or not. Still looks sharp. Maybe get focused in on it, I doubt it, but looks pretty sharp yet there. Anyway, that was the old bit that I used years ago to drill them originally. The drill didn't get hot. A wee little tiny bit warm in the end there, very, very little. The bit never got hot. The hole is through, so now I got to clean that out. I'm going to put a little bit of brake clean through that hole to clean out the oil, clean up the filings. I got to put some grease and oil into the gearboxes. And what I did this time, and I didn't do this the last time, and I know you're going to say whatever you're going to say, but I put that stuff in here. I put a coat on the shafts and I put a coat on the inside of the coupling on both of them and slid them back on. And when I put that pin in there, I covered it with that too. Now I know what you're going to say, but that's going to take some of the shock out of it. It's going to kind of give it a little bumper. And that's what I'm going to do with that pin when I put it through. And I got thinking this morning, I'm going to take those pins back out and put it on them too. Because I put goop on this one too on the inside. But I'm going to do the pins now that I think of it too. And I've used that goop on many, many different things. And I have that other goop, it's the shoe goo. I find it even a little bit better, but they do stick to different surfaces differently, so I guess that's what the difference is. But now, I can't really remember a lot of what I used the goop for, but when I do an axe head, when I put an axe head on a wooden handle, she gets coated with the goop on the wood and inside the metal head. And then it's drove on, and then whatever you hold it all together with is drove into it, and then you coat the top of it with the goop. I've done it to numerous different hammers and axes, and I've never had one come loose. And I've used it on different things. In other words, another thing you can use it for, there's the two of the containers there. You're putting a nut on a bolt. All you got to do is put a little bit of that goop on the end of your finger, just rub around the edge of the nut on the back side, and it won't back off. Or you could put it on the threads and put it on. No different than an eye lock. Not really. Well, it's great stuff. I really like it. And it's waterproof. And it's paintable. I've done a lot of stuff with that old goop. Anyway, there we are. I got to get some more wood on. I'll take you back after when I finish up and have the gearboxes done and everything back together. All right, goodbye now. Okay, welcome back to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And good afternoon, YouTube friends and followers. And we have the deck all fixed up. So she's ready for grass cutting. I just need the tractor now to put it on. And but I don't need to be cutting grass, or I won't be cutting grass for at least a month and a half. I'd be guessing anywhere from the second or third week in May. So anyway, my drilling process worked out really well. I don't know why it took me so long 2 or 3 years ago to drill all them holes, but it worked out very well today. I can get in here now. So I've got pins in there, and those pins I had in there from before. This side over here, this side never changed. I just put it all back together the way it was. It was only this side that was giving the trouble. So we changed the shaft in here that this slides over. That was basically the only thing in the box that was changed, and we used a different coupling here. And that was it. So when I put it together the other day, it seemed to go together pretty good, and I thought, well, that's going to work pretty good. And so then I did put my goop trick on, like I had mentioned earlier, and it's a great thing to wake up in the middle of the night with ideas. That's for sure. That's how I come up with those pins in there. Even though I had done that before, but the other night when I woke up, I said, Jumpins, I should put pins in there. That'll help fix it. So there we go. She's all ready for grass cutting. No slop anywhere. Now, the only thing I see is this one is running real nice and true and straight. This one's got a wee little wobble in it. It's hard to see in the camera, so it might, but I doubt it. It might vibrate, but I kind of doubt it. Having the goop in there will kind of make a cushion for that, so it'll give it a little somewhere to take up the vibration. Okay, what else did I do? Well, I oiled each of the gearboxes. I put some oil in there, run the deck, or turn the deck over backwards and forwards at different times, and then I put 4 or 5 shots of grease in there with it. So not a whole lot went in there, but it's all lubed up nicely, and they won't leak unless you put too much in them. And when they get hot, they might push grease out the seal. But anyway, she's done. So that was my winter project that I was supposed to have done by the end of January, and here it is the end of March. So that's the usual way for my winter projects. As soon as you get into the last week of February, first week of March, you say, oh, Jumpins, winter is over almost, and I haven't got my project done. So anyway, there it is. That's another thing off the list. So I think it's going to work pretty good. I don't foresee any troubles with that, but you always could be wrong. But I don't see anything. If I hadn't put those pins in over there, if I didn't put those pins in, then I could say yes. I wasn't really confident that it was going to work. I knew it would work for a while, but I wasn't confident that it was going to stay working for very long. I might have got the season out of it. And as long as you stayed in light grass and you weren't in mowing hay fields or something like that, just light dry grass, it doesn't take a whole lot of power to cut that, and there's not a whole lot of pressure on the system. So, but if you get into the heavy wet grass or the long grass, heavy non-mowed field type of thing, well, yeah, that's going to be a trouble. And it's kind of strange. The difference in cutting grass between my house here and over at my son's place is just like night and day. His grass over there it's hard to cut. Here it's not too bad. So anyway, there we go. I guess that's going to be it for now. I might look at my little cabinet there. Well, I got to get that back together and up on the wall again. And the cabinet, I got to screw it to the wall or do something there. It fell down, so anyway. So I know some of you just can't handle it. You just can't go through a whole day without seeing the leaking, beeping chainsaw. All right, we'll have a quick look here and see what's what. Japan's are still leaking. Oh well, that's I kind of figured. All right, I'm going to leave you off at that, and it's a nice sunny day out now. Not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. Nice sunny day. Somebody was saying that they're getting a whole bunch of snow and they figure I'm going to get it on Sunday. Well, as long as that fella just kind of keeps it all to himself, he'll be all right. He can handle her. He's got a good Massey Ferguson tractor. So the only thing he needs is a cab. All right, I'm done. I'm rambling. All right, goodbye now.